All right, it is Sunday and this weekend was super busy and I'm just not in the mood to do a whole lot of cooking. That's how Sundays go usually. Either I want to do a lot of home cooking, more complicated stuff, or I'm just really tired out from all the housework and everything and all the activities that I just want to keep it simple. So I was in a pizza mood. And we just are not really big fans of takeout pizza, but sometimes I like to make frozen pizza that I just doctor up with things that I already have on hand. So today I decided that instead of spending that money on frozen pizza, I would just pick up a couple of cheese pizzas from Little Caesars and then just doctor those up with some things that I already have. So I had some sausage. I have it cut open because I was getting ready to cook it up and then decided I probably should show you what I'm using. I have a bag of pepperoni. I always keep these in the freezer for like if we want to doctor up a frozen pizza. And then I have some leftover ham from Super Bowl that I'm just going to slice up, and I can't get it open. And some cheese, of course, more cheese. It's just a very simple solution to doctoring up a cheap pizza, keeping it budget friendly, you know, that kind of thing. And I just have that roll of sausage in my cast iron skillet. I'm just going to cook it on low. I know it is sizzling hot. I let my pan get hot, but I have it turned down. And I have quite a bit of time before we're going to be even thinking about dinner. So I'm just going to let it do its thing on low. And then whenever I'm ready to assemble our pizzas and bake them, it'll be ready. Alright, let's see if I can get this pizza transferred onto my pizza pan. So on this first pizza, I'm just going to start chopping up that ham lunch meat to really fine strips. And that is just going to go right on top of the pizza's cheese and sauce layer. Next, I'm going to add some of that cooked sausage. Next, we'll do more shredded cheese. And then last, I'm going to do the pepperoni. Now I'm just preparing some butter with some Cajun seasoning and some garlic powder. And I'm just going to melt that in the microwave and pour that on the crust when everything's done. All right, here is how that doctored up pizza turned out. Everybody is loving it. They've already started eating. And so I'm going to take my plate and join them. And I have to tell you, it smells delicious. This right here, oh my goodness. Hey there, it is Tuesday and I am home from work and just getting a really easy dinner going. These are just some simple burgers that I pattied up and I just seasoned those with some garlic powder and some salt and pepper. These are very thick burgers and we just love a pan-fried hamburger. It's one of our favorite meals. So what I usually do is just let them cook and get seared on each side and then turn them down and let them finish cooking out in the middle. To go along with them, we're going to have some cooked broccoli. I've been on a big broccoli kick lately. And then I just have some Sonic tater tots in the oven. They were the only brand that they had at my store besides like the big jumbo size bag, and I didn't want that many tots. So that was the deciding factor on these. I did throw a little bit of seasoning on them because I've never had them before, so I'm not sure how they taste. And then because I'm just not really in a tater tot mood, I picked up some of this mustard potato salad from Meijer. I'm really hoping that it tastes good. And I'm just gonna let everything that's cooking on the stove or in the oven do its thing. I'm gonna set out some buns and some toppings. I will add some cheese to some of those burgers. We always keep it really simple with just some American cheese and some mustard ketchup, mayo, and of course our pickles. I did not remember to get any onions. Okay, it's burger time and my mouth has been watering the whole time that I have been cooking these burgers. I don't know what it is, but they smell so good and I know they're gonna taste just as good. Oh my gosh, look how sloppy that is. On this night, I stayed over at work and worked on a project, but I told Bill that I would still cook dinner when I got home if he ran to the store and picked up some smoked sausage. We were both in the mood for smoked sausage, and it just is one ingredient that always cooks up really quickly. I just started some veggies in the skillet with some sesame oil. I seasoned it up with some minced garlic. I have some peppers and some red onion, and of course broccoli, which seems to be the star of the show this week, but it is one of the vegetables that I can tolerate really well, so I eat a lot of broccoli. And here I'm just throwing in that diced, or not diced, but sliced smoked sausage, and I just gave that broccoli some time at first to thaw out and kind of cook up before I put the meat in. And this is one way to get a very simple meal together. Bill also picked up some rice that we could just throw into the microwave, which was really helpful, although you can make rice in just a matter of minutes as well, but this was super convenient. We just mixed it right into our pan with everything else once we got it cooked up in the microwave for a couple of minutes. I think this time said it was ready in 2 minutes. And then here I am just adding some black pepper. I did add a little bit of water as well so that those shrimp would have a little bit of liquid to cook up in. They cook super fast, so you do not want to add them until the very last few minutes. And I just gave them a little bit of a stir so that they were all submerged into that cooking liquid, and that way they could just pink up. And this was a solution to a busy weeknight after work type of meal. I just sprinkled on some Parmesan cheese, just sounded good, and that is how we served it up. This was super delicious, super quick, and super easy. And here I'm just showing that I did dress mine up with some yum yum sauce, and I believe that Bill added some mango habanero hot sauce to his. Of course, he's always got to have the spicy stuff. Everybody's wanting tacos today, and I don't know, I'm just wanted something a little different, so I'm going to make up some tostadas, keep it in that same family, but just put a little different twist on it. Have my taco meat all cooked up. And in this little pan here, I have some refried beans with chorizo. These are just the canned kind. Just gonna heat those up and get them warm. And I have our tostada shells laid out on this cooking sheet with some parchment paper, just to catch some of the mess and the drippings. While my oven is warming up, I'm just going to take a little scoop of those beans and put it on each one of these tostadas. And this is the brand of refried beans if anyone's interested. Next, I'm adding some of that seasoned beef. And I'm just gonna get in here and grab all the pieces that tumbled off and get them on there. We don't want to leave any man behind. Now before I pop them in the oven, I'm going to add some shredded cheese to each one, and then we'll put our cold toppings on when they come out of the oven. That only took a couple of hot minutes, literally. Now it's time for the decorations. It's dripping. Anyway, there's my tostadas, and that's what's for dinner tonight. Looks and smells so good. What's for dinner today? Spaghetti. I'm just getting this pound of ground beef started in a frying pan. Don't you just love my fancy bandage? Cut myself washing dishes today, and I have no band-aids. So I slapped on a piece of gauze and some painter's tape. It'll do for now. While this hamburger meat is cooking, I'm going to add some minced garlic. I'm using 1 tablespoon. I have a very small amount of salsa, and so I'm just using that for a little bit of tomato and onion and pepper. Sometimes when I want a little bit of tomato and onions in it, and I don't have the onions, don't feel like cutting them up, or if I just want to use up that little bit of salsa that seems to linger. There's very little grease in this hamburger meat, so I won't be draining it. So I added it now. As you can see, it's not quite cooked all the way through, but we're getting close. I'm gonna get some water boiling. Now that my meat is all cooked up, I'm just adding a jar of Alfredo sauce. This is garlic Alfredo. And then I am adding a jar of roasted garlic and herb Prego pasta sauce. We're just going to get that all stirred up together. This is just a good way to tone down that tomatoey pasta sauce if you're just not in the mood for all that tomatoey sauce. This just makes it a little creamier. I'm just going to let that cook together for a while my water comes to a boil to cook the pasta. Then I'm going to add it all in one pan. Keep your hands back, it's hot.
Ew!
Ew, what do you mean ew? It's spaghetti.
I don't like spaghetti.
I'm pretty sure you like spaghetti. What if I cut it up for you?
No!
What?
I want to cut it off.
What do you want?
I want some new food.
Some new food.
Yeah, real food.
This is real food.
No new food.
Okay, like what?
Popcorn.
Popcorn? That's not dinner food.
I want popcorn. Mama, come and get me popcorn. Mama, if you give me popcorn, you don't give me popcorn.
That's going to be our last dinner for the week. Very simple and easy, just like every day. But anyhow, I am going to join my family and have dinner. And I will see you all next week for another week of what my family had for dinner. This looks really good, by the way. So, super easy, nothing fancy, nothing complicated, just some good old spaghetti.
Yesterday, there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise.
All right, we are pulling into Sawyer's house. Sawyer, how many days did you spend at Grandma and Grandpa's house? 2 whole days. And now it's time to drop them off at home. We're going to miss you, but we had so much fun. Can you say goodbye?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, we got little man dropped off, and so obviously I'm ending this video right now, which means that going to be uploading this video a little bit later today. That's just how it is. Not going to miss out on these memory making moments with my grandkids, just to keep a schedule, but my video is coming, I promise. But I'll see you all next week. Bye.
Building castles out of sand, reaching for the